And shout out to Herb, man. Herb Jones, real Bama boy, straight out of Greensboro, man. This man, he from the Black Belt, and he doing this thing on the biggest stage. Got Kendrick Perkins out here saying he gonna be a defensive player of the year one day. Because Bama boys play defense.
That's what we do down here, man.
That's what we do, man.
Clamp.
Real defense, man. I can't wait for her to win defensive player. If her win defensive player of the year be, I'm flying to New Orleans with my defensive player of the year trophy. Just to get a picture. Like, hey, bro, hold your trophy. Let me hold my trophy. Like, I know this ain't the same. You know, it's just my conference. It's the whole NBA, but you feel me? Yeah. Like, from one Bama boy to another, let's go and take a picture real quick. Let folks know we stem.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the BeBall podcast, the best and your favorite basketball podcast. Got the defensive player of the year, and Mr. Hanskin on here, man. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I can't complain, man. Especially since, you know, a certain team made it to the next round in the playoffs. I mean, I'm not gonna point any fingers or nothing, man. Just you know, just somebody made it. That's all I'm saying, man. So that's what we're gonna get into, man. Just reviewing the first round of playoffs. So we'll start with my team, we'll start with your team. It don't matter.
To be real, your team had the more interesting series, so I say we start with them, man. They had me excited.
Yeah, I got a lot to say, man, on both ends of it, man. But I'll let you start it up, man, before I say my piece.
Oh, yeah. All right, so first I'm gonna say this was the first time we really saw Kevin Durant, of all people, Mr. Best scorer of our generation, one of the best scorers of all time. Make scoring look so easy, effortless, shoot over the top of anybody, Kevin Durant. This is the first time we ever seen him really look like locked up. Like, I don't know if some people been saying, he getting older, this is his decline, but I don't think that's what it is. Like, because I seen this man go for 40 and 50 this season. Like, he was scoring the ball. Like, I can see if he had a bad year or an average year, let's say, and then, he get here, he do this. But he been hooping for the most part. Like, was still in some people's minds the best player in the world all season. And we get in the first round of playoffs, he run up on Jason Tatum. And not just Jason Tatum, but his primary defender, Jason Tatum. And the number one defense in the Celtics. And did not look good for the most part. Like we talking about 16 points. Like, I want to say in game 1 he had 16. Game 2 he had like 22, but shot bad from the field. I apologize. So game 1 he had 23, but shot bad from the field. And then game 2, that's when he had 16. Like, we ain't never really seen Kevin Durant have less than 20. Like, multiple times. And then, game 4, he went for 37. I want to say 35, 37, which is great. But it was too late. They still lost. They was already down 3-0. Like, it just was too late. But, man, the Celtics looked like some goons. Like, they was getting in his chest. Like, just real bully ball, being very physical with him, being tough. And my assistant coach said that we was talking about the game. We talking about it just about every game. We was texting back and forth, and we'll talk about it the next day. He was like, this is the first time we was looking at KD like, ooh, like, Kevin, you might want to put an extra plate on that bar in the whole season. They pushing you around a little bit. You might want to throw a little extra weight on there. Like, it was bad, but it wasn't all bad, but for Kevin Durant, it was bad. For what we expect out of him and the player that he has shown us he can be, this performance just was not it. And Kyrie, in his defense, Kyrie Irving had certain games that he didn't really do much to. Yeah, but game 1, Kyrie had 30-something. Game 2, I don't think he did very much. But, so there were games that Kyrie didn't really pull the weight that we are accustomed to seeing him pull. But I feel like the focus is on KD. Like, man, it just did not look good. So, but the Celtics, to give the Celtics they credit, #1 defensive team in the league, got the defensive player of the year as he was named, and Marcus Smart. So give them all their credit. But man, we just never seen Kevin Durant look so locked up, so boxed. So, well, I'm ready to hear what you got to say. What do you think about the series?
Well, I'm satisfied with the outcome of it.
Of
course, but I'd be a fool to sit here and say that's what I expected. I was legit expecting that to at least go 6. That's the minimum. I was really thinking 7. Because that was probably the matchup I think out of the entire players. I'm talking about second round, probably even conference finals that everybody wanted to see regardless. Like, because that was probably the biggest matchup of two teams that we wanted to see. And the Nets basically laid an egg, from KD to Kyrie to even Nash. I don't think nobody talked about Nash in the right sense, which I'm gonna get into later. But like you said, KD looked superhuman. Like he was beyond an average NBA player during that series. Like you said, the last game he put up 39, but how you gonna try to go God mode in the final game, bro? Like that was weird. Like you're not gonna come down 3-0. Like not the way they was playing that whole time. Then game 3 he had 16, game 2 he had 27, and game 1 he had 23. Like for KD, besides a 16-point game, the rest of that doesn't seem bad. 23, that ain't bad. 27, it's about what we expect. 39, it's about what we expect. But the way he looked, like I don't know what happened.
The eye test.
Yeah, the eye test, like we talked about before, the eye test wasn't there, man. That was not Kevin Durant on that court. Like Space Jam came in and took the superpowers from KD because he wasn't easy money sniper during those 4 games, man. My thought after the first game, he really got punched in the mouth and he got shook the rest of that game. Like he wasn't ready for that. Like I think that threw him off a little bit. But then for that exact same thing to happen the next 2 games, I'm like, yo, something ain't right about KD. Like I ain't trying to make no excuses, but that wasn't Kevin Durant out there. Like something was happening off the court that we don't even. That's what I feel like. Him and Kyrie had something going on off the court that we don't know about because Kyrie didn't show up at all either. He showed up a little bit game 1. That was the most Kyrie game we had out of him. But besides that, they look very average from what we expected from them. So that was a big surprise. And then Nash, I gotta look at him too, man. I'm not gonna call him call his job out or nothing like that, but he got out coached hands down. Like he didn't make any good adjustments, bro. Like everything he did was like the most adjustment he made was stop calling plays and like follow for KD, which is terrible against our defense. I don't know what he was thinking, but he should have played Blake Griffin earlier or at least LaMarcus Aldridge. He didn't make any adjustments as far as that goes because you can't get bully ball, out rebounded, and out defended, and don't throw a big in there and try it. You're trying to throw a 3-guard lineup in there, but you're not running the floor, which be an advantage to y'all against our defense. But none of that happened. So I don't know what Nash was thinking, bro. Maybe just a rookie mistake in that situation. I don't know what was happening, honestly. But Nash got thoroughly outcoached. And KD looks superhuman, but I'm not going to sit here and just make it all about the Nets. We did our thing, too. We came with a game plan. We punched him in the mouth. Tatum looked like a beast like we've been expecting. Jaylen Brown did his thing. He needed more touches. Marcus Smart did his thing. And boys did their job. You feel me? Like, can't take away from what they did because they punched him in the mouth. It would be different if we didn't come out there and ball out. Jason Tatum didn't play his butt off. Then I could sit here and take some hate. But we did what we supposed to do. We ain't showing no mercy, bro, because K didn't show up. You didn't show up, that's your problem, bro. Like, hey. Thanks. So proud of what we did, man. Now we got to figure out how to win this next round. But I'm satisfied with what we did in the first round, man. But we still got games to play.
Yeah, still got games to play. Yeah, against the man The man, the myth, the legend. Hey, hold on. Since you had on your hat, I don't know if you see. Hold on, I got the shorts on, the Milwaukee shorts. I was hooping in these today, looking like Giannis, killing the boys in the ring. But we not on that right now. We on the first round. But yeah, but they did their thing. They're definitely a great coach and great game plan for the Nets, and I admire things like that and appreciate them. We just had last week. We just had our coaches talk come out, and we saw a great example of great coaching, great game plan, and we also saw a great example of not so great coaching, not having the ability to adjust and change game plans and pivot, and finding a way to win the game. And so that was another interesting part of the series. I saw somebody, I don't want to be the guy spreading Twitter hate, you know what I'm saying? But I saw something funny. I got it. I saw somebody say, in the beginning of the year, for those who don't know, Kyrie Irving once said he doesn't think they need a coach. They can just go out there and hoop, right? For context. But I saw somebody on Twitter say Kyrie Irving said they don't need a coach. And he 100% right because Steve Nash ain't doing nothing but pacing back and forth. And he would, though. It was funny because, I can see Steve when stuff don't go right, he'll be like,
yeah.
You can see him, focusing, dang, what do we do? Where we go right here? Yeah. I can see it on his face. The wheels is turning, but I don't think he can come up with much. He putting Blake Griffin in the game to give him some size, but Blake was DNP a couple games ago. He ain't ready to play for real. I don't know if anybody here, the Hoopers in here, I don't know if you ever didn't play a whole game, but it's hard to not play and then get in and try to be expected to make an impact. You know what I'm saying? So,
but surprisingly, he did.
He did.
He bust 3 threes in a row. Now I was like, bro, if Blake Griffin went in this game, I was finna just. I don't even know. But
you got to charge it to the game,
bro. But on the other end of thinking of Nash, I was like, that's a good adjustment. He finally made the adjustment I was waiting. After game one, he got to play LA or Blake Griffin. He has to.
Got to.
You finna get punched in the mouth the whole game. You got to play one of your bigs. Because
when you say punched in the mouth, these boys playing Al Horford. They playing Robert Williams. They got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown out there who ain't no little boys. They big guards, big forwards, whatever you want to classify them as. Yeah. Marcus Smart, who a dog. They got goons out there.
Yep.
And the Nets at times was playing Seth Curry, Kyrie Irving, and Patty Mills at the same time.
And it's Dragic too. Bro, Dragic got a couple buckets. He was useful here and there, but what?
You got 3 point guards out there, Kevin Durant and Bruce Bowen. Bruce Brown, I mean.
Yeah.
You got Kevin Durant and Bruce Brown out there as your 4 and 5, and wonder why we can't get a rebound. We playing 3 point guards, and the Celtics ain't got but one. They got Marcus Smart out there. They playing Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Who's the 4? The foreign guy. Theis might be out there, and Al Horford. And you got 3 point guards. So that means Seth Curry or Patty Mills got to guard Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
And I don't like that matchup. I don't know about y'all. This baby food, they're too small. And if we miss, guess what? Al Horford or somebody grabbing the rebound, putting it back in because they got Kevin Durant on them. It just was a bad matchup for them altogether. The matchups just were not in their favor. They're too small. And they were the Nets are a team that don't play great defense at all. Bottoms of the league in defense. Great offensive team, but bottoms in the league in defense. And they playing the number 1 defensive rated team in the Celtics. It's just not a matchup for them. Because it ain't like the Celtics was bottoms in the league in offense. They're a good offensive team too. But they just so happen to be number 1 in defense. The Nets in the bottom of the league in defense. So now you talking about a team that has great defense playing against a team that tries to outscore people.
Yeah.
And so it just was not a great matchup for them. And I expected the Celtics to win, but I did not think they were going to do it in the way that they did, sweeping them, making Kevin Durant look like that, making Kyrie look like that. It was just oof.
Yeah,
All down here.
I expect at least one game for KD to just be like
go crazy.
That's why they pay you that money, boy. That's why we call you the best player in the league. He tried it game 4, but it was just like, nah, man. Like it was like he finally looked like KD to an extent, but it was like a shell of himself almost, man. Like I really cannot explain what I saw from him. Like I think he was overthinking, and game 4, like he was almost playing dumb to an extent. Like he would drive into the double team. Like we weren't even double teaming him yet. He would drive into the big, then finally pick it up and try to kick it back out. But you're kicking it out to where Marcus Smart lurking, Jaylen Brown lurking, and you got double teamed by Jason Tatum and Al Horford. Like, what did you expect, bro? Like,
man. And so I was telling this to my assistant coach in one of our conversations we had. And some people might take this the wrong way, but whatever. Not the wrong way, but like me being a LeBron like fan or something. I'm not even like a big LeBron fan or nothing like that. I respect LeBron, but Anyway, I told him, I said, this series is where we really seeing the difference between LeBron and KD. Because when KD got double teamed, KD averaged over 5 turnovers a game for the series. Mm-hmm. And that's because when he was getting doubled, he really couldn't pass out of it. Like, he couldn't make the correct read. And it's tough. Like, you getting doubled, like, that's to be – but the thing about it is, when you're Kevin Durant and you're the guy, as Charles Barkley said, when you're driving the bus, mm-hmm. you should be expecting to get double teamed. Like, you're the best scorer on this team, possibly the best scorer in this league, probably. And you getting double teamed. And you're turning it over like you've never been doubled before.
Yeah.
So, like, you should be expecting, like, they going to double me. Like, they ain't got no choice. Like, that should be common knowledge to you. But the difference we saw between Kevin Durant and LeBron, and it's why we don't see LeBron get double teamed like we saw Kevin Durant. It's not because LeBron can't score. It's because LeBron can pass and he can direct traffic. LeBron might get double one play, might turn it over, might not, whatever. But then LeBron is the type of guy to make that adjustment. Like, hey, if he move, cut. If he come to me, stand, move to the open spot, be here. I'm gonna hit you this and this and this. He can direct traffic and won't make the same mistake twice. Mm-hmm. And so that passing and that basketball IQ is what makes him that step above Kevin Durant. Because we all know KD a better scorer than Bron. Like, overall, like, give him the ball, get out the way, get a bucket. We know KD is the better scorer. But that's where we saw the difference in games and in play and the way they play. KD get doubled, can't really make the read. They kind of pushing him out of the spot, making him uncomfortable. Now it's like turnover. And then you got guys like Bron that's like he just as big a threat to score, but it's like, oh, they sent the double. Hey, if he go this way, he whole time he direct the trap, he dribbling.
Yep.
Move this way, cut, backdoor pass. Somebody watch. It's like, and then it gets to the point where it's like, dang, we can't double Bron. We can't double him. Like, he's making the right reads. Making the right read made people change the whole game plan. It's like, oh, okay, this is not working. Yeah. Every time we do this, somebody's open.
Yeah.
So we really saw the difference in LeBron and Kevin Durant, and why LeBron has been the best player in the world for so long, why KD's also been playing. So that was something I thought was interesting about the series too.
Yeah, it was weird to see, man, because like you said, it ain't like he never been double teamed before. Like, once again, you are Kevin Durant. You should have went going. Your game plan should have been, when they double team me, what is my next move? Like, that's how I should have been thinking. They go double team me here. If they double team me here off of you, I want you to do this. It's really not that hard to come up with. It's really not that hard. Like, I promise you. Like, I ain't trying to sit here and make it seem like we were playing some amazing just defense. We just punched in the mouth a little physical. The rest let us play, which is big to our advantage. And we just double teamed the heck out of them. Like, it really wasn't any sophisticated, unseen defense like the Heat threw out in the bubble one time when they were playing like this super wide 3-2 or 2-3 defense that we ain't seen before. Like, the wings playing up top and something like that was a little weird. We ain't seen that before. We literally just double teamed him at the right spots, like, and we just were very physical, and the rest let us get away with a couple stuff here and there. So it was surprising to see KD look like Kristaps Porzingis or something, bro. Like that was.
Ooh, he took a big step down.
Boy, that's how bad he looked, though, man. Like
Oh.
they about the same height and everything, but it's supposed to be unicorn. So it's like you look like that. That's the parallel that I give you. And I'm a KD fan. It's not like me trying to clown him or nothing. I am a fan of Kevin Durant, so it hurt me to see him look like that. So it was weird. And like the only two things I can compare the series to is to when the last time I seen him get locked up when he was young KD and Tony Allen was giving him the business. That was like 2014, 2015 when he was still in OKC, I think. Yeah, he had to be in OKC. So him and the Grizzlies, the Thunder and Grizzlies, when they were going back and forth, Tony Allen gave him the business. And that's the last time I seen him really get just like clamped up.
But that's Tony Allen.
But 6'4", bro. Like at the same time, like at the end of the day, you shoot over him. But that was young KD, so I kind of give him a little pass on that. And speaking of LeBron, the 07 finals with the Spurs, when he got smacked around, he couldn't do nothing. Like he looked super human. Like when I tell you LeBron did not look like LeBron at all, that was like Superman got kryptonite on him and he couldn't do nothing. Like that's the last time I remember. Besides that finals with the Mavs, he looked pretty bad too. But Pop knows how to coach against LeBron. Given the right pieces, he makes LeBron look less LeBron-like. So that's something I can really compare this series to is those two things. So I think that's about all I got on it right now, man. But as we move on, man, we got another beast we gotta look at, another unicorn we gotta face. And we ain't look good against that. I ain't see the first game, sadly. I was busy, but we ain't handle business. But I'm just proud. We talking about the first round though. Like I said, we talking about the first round. So let's focus on that.
Understand? Hey, you got it. You got it. But wait till this second round. The second round episode, guys. Y'all want to miss it.
It's gonna be a good one. Interesting one to see. So we'll see, man. But let's go ahead and talk about your team, man. See what your boy did.
Yeah, man. I'm glad my guys took care of business against the Bulls first round. They had me a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. They had me a little nervous because game one they won, but they really wasn't supposed to. If you watch the game, in game one, DeMar DeRozan went what was it, like 6 for 24, something crazy like that. And if you watch the game, he took all shots that he can make, like his shots, pull up middies, coming off the screen, getting open, pull up, like shots that he like. We think of DeMar DeRozan, it's cash. Like really getting to his spots, just was not executing, wasn't hitting. And so he even said he was like, I'll never shoot that bad again and all that, which he probably won't, but we won't know for a while. But then game two, so we snuck out of there with game one. Really was supposed to lose. Then game two, DeMar DeRozan come out there, give him 40. Now I'm like, oof. So can we not guard DeMar DeRozan or like what's happening? I watched that game too, and I realized Drew Holiday needed to guard DeMar DeRozan because every time DeMar got on him, Drew got on him, he really locked this stuff up. I don't know, like DeMar was even shooting over Giannis. Like he'll come off the screen, get the switch on Giannis, and kind of like fade pull up and shoot over the top of him, over the top of Giannis, which is crazy. And it was going in. He could not miss. So it was the complete opposite of the game before. So that's when I started getting worried. I was like, man, he's still getting to his spots. And today he's making it. But the thing about it was when Drew Holiday got on him, he kind of locked that up. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know what made Drew such a great defender. Like, I don't know if it's just the want to or the hustle or what it is. Like, he got the intangibles of a great defender, obviously. But like, if you ever watch Drew Holiday play, they set screens on Drew. Drew stepping over the screen, like getting through it, and dudes not getting around him. Like it's almost on some 2K stuff. Like, oh, you set the screen. Oh, I'm over there. I'm still here. No switching. Like, oh, it's me, you.
Yeah.
Like he own it, bro. And I just be looking at him like, dang, Drew, you tough. That's how I really look at it. I be like, Drew, you tough, because most guys in the league not doing that. And so. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, Drew can guard DeMar. He can kind of get under his chin. Don't let him go crazy like that. But they ain't do that till he already had 30-some. And then going down the stretch, DeMar couldn't get a bucket. But going down the stretch, the Bulls just made more plays than them, so they won that one. And then Bobby Portis came back, and the rest is history. We won the series. So,
but yeah, I didn't watch too much of that one because I kind of expected what's going to happen. I think it would have been a more interesting series if the Bulls weren't so beat up, and they had Alex Caruso, they had Alonzo, and Zach the full time. I'm not saying the outcome would have been different, but it would have been a more interesting series to watch and be like, let's see what they can do. Because we were talking about them possibly being, contenders come out the East like in January before injuries kicked their butt and, the hot streak cooled off and everything. But they were looking like a solid team for a while. DeMar went on a stupid tear, MVP run, MVP caliber stint for a while. But the Bulls didn't get a fair chance to really, put their best foot out there. But like I said, the outcome more than likely wouldn't have been different, but it would have been nice to see the Bulls at full strength and be like, okay, let's see. That's the real measuring stick to see where you are. You feel me? So we had all this talk all this year. Let's see what you look like against the Bucks, who are one of the guys who's talking about running it for the championship. So
right.
This is a real test to see where you guys are at. So I don't feel like we got a real chance to see what the Bulls could have been or could be moving forward, because I don't see them really moving too much, honestly. They might get a piece here and there, role play here and there, but from the Bulls, I'm running back with most of the same crew. Make a tweak here and there for the most part, but I'm really just gonna run it back with the same crew and see what we can do. Just focus on being healthy. So, yeah, Giannis is Giannis, which is
why he is Giannis.
So, hey, that's not to be. Like I said, the outcome would not have, I don't think the outcome would have been any different if the Bulls were fully healthy. So, but yeah, man, that's all I got for that one. Let's go to shoot, who was the other big? Oh, gotta go to the probably the next biggest series to have was the Grizzlies and the T-Wolves, man. Ja versus Pat Bev, Cat, and Ant-Man,
Man, so let me pop this off with this. Sorry, my mic was muted. Sorry. Just out here mouth moving. But let me pop this off with this. I gotta say this. Like, it's been sitting on my heart for a little while. And people can take it how they want to take it. But I'm gonna say I strongly dislike Karl Anthony Towns.
Bruh, let me tell you.
Boy, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. He was getting on my nerves.
For that reason, I don't like. I won't say I never liked him, but for the past few years, I'm just like, something I don't like about this guy, man. He can play. He can play, but I just,
boy. But this series, when I finally paid attention to him fully and saw him for 4 games, I was like, I don't like this dude. I don't like him. I'm not gonna say I hate him, but I don't like him. I don't care if I never see him again. This man, number one, I feel like he's soft. I gotta say, I feel like he's soft. He want to be a guard. He want to, dance, shoot. That's all well and good. You want to be a shooting big. That's a normal thing nowadays. That's fine. But this man drive to the goal. They trying to strip him and they hit his arms and junk. And he bro, you're soft. You're soft. That junk be killing me, bro. That be killing because man, I don't want to be soft. I feel like being soft is such a anti-big thing. Like if you're a big, you're a 5, you can't be soft. Like that's one thing. And my coaches be on me. They be like, man, you playing soft. Like they be on me about stuff like that. Then I see Cat going in the lane. I don't know if that's what noises he making, but that's what it sounds like. I mean, that's what it looked like. And then he be getting fouled and don't make it. I be like, bro, man. This jump be making me mad. And then the icing on the cake, boy. I don't know if you've seen it, but it can kind of going around on social media. But I don't know if you've seen it. When he was in that post game interview, and they asked him, like, it was like, you struggling to make shots in the last game or whatever. Like, how'd you get your shots off this game? And bro was like, that's what I do. You know, they they give me the ball. They expect me to make it happen. Is what I do. First off, that ain't how bro talk. First, he don't talk like that.
Because I just changed his accent like every other interview I see him in. So I don't know how he talk. Every other video I see him, he changed his accent, bro.
I seen this man do a podcast with some gamers, like with a streamer that I watched.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's weird.
And he talked like he got like a high pitched voice. He sound like a child. He sound like a kid. So like a little kid. He talking about video game, get excited. He sound like a kid. Yep. He getting an NBA interview. That's what I do. You know, trying to sound like Shaq or something. I'm like, bro, that's not even you. Stop acting like that, bro. That's not you. Mm-hmm. And then, man, I'm not trying to make this all about Karl-Anthony Towns. I promise. But man, you know, you get this platform to give me somewhere I can just say these things, man. Like this man, when Steven Adams wrapped him up and then let him have a leg, and then he was like trying to get Steven Adams. I'm like, bro, just chill. First off, he trying to hold you up. He trying to do you a solid because he couldn't let you fall. He holding you up. And you doing all this, like, man, like you just want him to get off you, like you just some kind of big dude. Like, first of all, you don't want no smoke with Steven Adams. I can tell you that for certain. I can tell you for certain you don't want smoke with, bro. Not you, especially. you don't want no smoke with, bro. Like, just stop it. And number two, like, stop acting out, bro. Like, he out here talking trash. Like, oh, we in Minnesota now. He out here, like, shushing the crowd after he make a shot. Like, I'm like, bro, I just don't. That's not you, bro. And then they get beat, and he out here kissing to the crowd. Like, bro, they don't care, bro. You just lost in the first round. Like, you think they happy? You think they satisfied? You out here kissing them goodbye? Like, they not, bro. Them folks not happy.
Yeah. Like
that jump, boy. I just can't, man. Oh, it was eating me up. I'm like, boy, I don't like this dude. He is everything I despise. Like, he's soft, but I'm sorry. What you think about this? Man,
I'll let you have it because I feel the same way. But I never wanted to come public with it because I don't want to seem like a hater. Because I really can't point to anything besides him feeling. I feel like he's soft to be like, I don't like him, man. And the only thing I can give like that gives me validation to be like that is Jimmy Butler was like, he never said anybody specifically, but I've heard that he does like Andrew Wiggins. He does respect Andrew Wiggins. So if it's Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, and Cat, and Jimmy's saying I don't like these guys here, but I like Wiggins, what does that leave you with?
He the issue.
So that's one thing that I was like, okay. But like you said, I feel like he's soft, man, and I don't want to say he's a front runner, but he just doesn't perform very well when you need him to. I'll say that.
That's valid. That's understandable.
How do you play terrible in a play-in game? Now, granted, let's here's the human side of me where I come out. That I think that was the anniversary of something between his mom and COVID. I want to put that out there. So something.
Yeah, his mom passed away in 2020 to COVID.
Yeah, I think that was the date that she passed or something like that. So I do want to, I don't know if people know that, so I want to put that out there first. So that's why he probably didn't perform as well as we expect. But I just, outside of that, he doesn't perform that well to me, man. Like, you can't say we in Minnesota now and not drop at least 30 points. You can't talk all this stuff. Like, they asked that. I thought you were going to bring up the interview. They was like, you didn't play well, so how you going to move on to the next game? He was like, Anthony do, but go home, get a drink, and just play on. You haven't earned the right to say that, bro. You're not one. LeBron can say that because you know LeBron gonna show up and be like, "I'm kicking everybody, but I'm dropping 40 with a triple double. What's up?" KD, well, old KD can say that. When KD actually showed up, he can say that.
When KD actually showed up,
KD be like, "Man, they locked me up. They ain't locked me up. It was just a tough game out there, and nothing to do but take a drink, just take a shower, and just come back next game." You haven't earned anything, bro. You won one little 3-point shooter contest. You got Pat Bev gassing you up, and now you the dog. What?
And this your first playoff series ever.
Come on, dog.
This your first one.
You haven't earned anything to be like, just take a drinking move for. No, bro. You should be pissed off. You should be throwing chairs. You should be, if you want to be mad, if you want to be have antics there. Be pissed off. Be a dog in the locker room. Get on everybody's butt, but show up and drop 30 and 10, 30 and 12 the next game. 30 and 15. 40 and 15. Like, come on, bro. Like, anyway, Ja did his thing. Congrats to the Grizzlies. It's like 30 minutes talking about this man, but
man,
Pat Bev is Pat Bev. Ja showed us why he was special, because that man got to the rim with ease.
Man, the last game of the series. Shooter. Yeah. Oh, Bang hooped.
Bang's a hooper. Dylan Brooks, he's a little slept on, but that's expected to be with the Grizzlies others. I won't say others, but the others, because it's Ja, and you know. But anyway, Grizzlies looking nice, man. I'll say this: I don't expect them to beat the Warriors at all, but I do expect them to give them a real good fight. Even if it's like 4-1, I do expect them to give them a fight at least 4 games. I think one game where it's just playing stuff goes stupid and all hell breaks loose, and they just, like, you know how the Warriors go. Some point in the third quarter, Klay turns it on, and Steph get hot, Jordan Poole goes stupid, and then it's just water shit after that point. But I do expect them to come out and give them a good fight at least 4 games if it does go, like 4-1. So I am happy they moved on. That's the team I wanted to see play the Warriors, because I just, once again, not a fan of certain people of the Timberwolves organization. So I just
certain members of the Timberwolves organization.
It is somebody. I like Pat Bev. I like Ant-Man. I like Tyus Jones, my unknown cousin. He don't know me, but we cousins. Jones bloodline. Jones bloodline. I claim him and Trey. That's our cousins. But yeah, man. I'm happy for the Grizzlies that they moved on, and Aquaman gets to live on again.
Oh yeah, we all love Aquaman. But I did enjoy watching 2 of the young stars in the league go at it, Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards. And another thing I want to say about that series, I can tell how young both teams are by the way they play.
Oh yeah, that was,
man. The whole series, there was a lot of young mistakes, like turnovers at crucial moments, bad reads, coming off screens, making the wrong decisions. Yeah, like a lot of that in the game from both teams, and you could just tell how young they were. Like, it's just a lack of experience. That's part of the reason I was telling people, like, I don't think they'll get very far, especially playing a team like the Warriors, who've been there before, know what it takes. Like, they just, and don't get me wrong, I think the Grizzlies are a great team. I think they're solid, great team. They built well. People know they role, play it well. That's all important. And Ja doing his thing is they start. Mm-hmm. But when you look how they do things, like look at the bad things they do, the bad mistakes they make, it be lack of experience and maturity a lot of times. Like, they don't have a lot of knowledge of how to do things in the playoffs. Like, they wasting possessions.
Yeah.
And was terrible. And in the playoffs, every possession counts. Everyone. So I don't know. We'll see how they do against the Warriors, but man, I thought that was one of the main things I took away from that series. It's like, man, now both teams solid. They got good players, good role players that play well in their systems. Yeah. And I feel like the Grizzlies in the future could be, if they can keep that core together, Jared Jackson Jr., Ja Morant, and Bane, like, they keep that little core together and let them grow and develop, man, they could be something. They could be contenders. But for right now, it's just they gotta get more experience. This year is good for them, even if they lose the Warriors. This year would be a great thing for them in the future, as long as they stay together, having that little playoff experience, knowing what it takes or like what it's like. And I'm excited for the future for them. But for right now, gotta say I like Golden State for the next round. But
yeah, like this last thing I was saying, because I was thinking about that. I can't remember what game it was, but it was game 2 or 3, I think. And I was like, they had both of them were blowing leads. And I was like, if this was actually not even a better team, but a more experienced team, let's say this is across country, but say like the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan's a vet. Zach LaVine's a vet. They will take care of business and be like, yo, this ain't happening. So you blow a lead against them, it's a wrap. Or they made a couple runs in a row where it was just bad possessions and they were making dumb plays. You said dumb plays, dumb possessions, just wasting stuff. The Wolves didn't capitalize because they're a young team. But you match up against one of these vet teams, even if they might be a lesser team, not experienced, more experienced, but not as talented as them, y'all losing this game terribly. Like, the reason y'all winning because y'all playing against another young team and y'all just got certain things going for y'all that T-Wolves didn't have. You know what I mean? So if they were playing a more experienced team, a veteran team, they would have got smacked around. Like, it wouldn't have been a sweep or nothing, but it would have been a uglier series than what we saw. Like, that was just, man, it was just like you said, it was just a very inexperienced all around series that showed how young they were. You know, like, if that was a Chris Paul led team, you would have saw a lot of that getting cut out. Like the Suns, we're gonna talk about them. Probably we can go into them next, but the Suns have a lot of young guys, but Chris Paul covers so many sins that you would see if Chris Paul was not on the team. They don't have anybody. They don't have anybody that's that type of guy to be like, you potentially made 15 mistakes, but I covered up for 10 of them. We only seen 5 of them. But this series, you saw all 15 mistakes. They were terrible. So
bad.
That's a thing that like you said, that really stood out to me, that both of them were super young and it looked so bad at some points where it's just like, sheesh, man, like y'all not winning nothing this year. If y'all win, y'all must have matured like that because, man, that was terrible. But just like I say about them. So let's go on to the Suns, man, and the point guard that showed his butt off. I wish I had a Chris Paul or something because I would be wearing that too. That boy tapped in or something. Like he went
point guard.
Boy, what was it? 13 for 13, 14 for 14.
14 for 14.
14 for 14 the closeout game. And he was hitting clutch buckets too. Like it was just like it got to a point where he was like 10 for 10. Came down, got into the lane, snaked around, shot. Tip, drop. Okay, 11 for 11. Whew. Same thing. Get to the spot. His little fadeaway jumper that he do.
Clean.
Okay, another one. Another little fader. The next one, he had like 3 or 4 of them shots that I just like bounced around the rim a couple times. And I was like, boy, that's not. Please let it fall. Please let it fall. Yes. But that boy, I don't know what fountain use he got from. I feel like we need to check his birth certificate and his ID because that boy is lying about his age. Ain't no way that man 37 playing like that, man. Because I don't know what he taking, but he had a good hit of that. He had a good drink of that. Whatever he eating, the vegan meals is doing him right. Because
vegan meals,
the point guard showed why he's the point guard, especially that last game. But the whole series he really showed his thing. So it just makes me wonder what a healthy Chris Paul would have looked like in the finals. But man, point guard did his thing, bro.
Man, it's tough, but like Chris Paul closeout game, 33 points, 8 assists, like 14 for 14, like you said, 5 rebounds. It's just can't ask for one more than that, you know? And he did it without Devin Booker. Devin Booker not playing. That make it even more valid. Like, dang, like he stepped up for his team because they best score out. Now he doing the scoring. And so that lets you know he has that ability still at 37, like you said. So shouts out to him, man. He did his thing. And the Pelicans really, you know, they made some noise for a minute. Like, and you know, granted, D-Book was out, so we don't know how it would have went if he played. But can't lie, I think the Pelicans shot some people. Like they
shot
took
me,
it to 6. Man.
I
And shout out to Hurd, man. Hurd Jones, real Bama boy, straight out of Greensboro, man. This man he from the Black Belt, and he doing this thing on the biggest stage. Got Kendrick Perkins out here saying he gonna be a defensive player of the year one day. Because Bama boys play defense.
That's what we do down here, maybe.
That's what we do, man.
Clowns.
Real defense, man. I can't wait for her to win defensive player. If her win defensive player of the year be, I'm flying to New Orleans with my defensive player of the year trophy just to get a picture. Like, hey, bro, hold your trophy. Let me hold my trophy. Like, I know this ain't the same. You know, it's just my conference. It's the whole NBA, but you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, from one Bama boy to another. Let's go and take a picture real quick. Let folks know we stamped.
Yeah, man. Like,
man.
Herb did his thing, man. He had a couple plays. Like, don't get me wrong, I was rooting for the Suns, obviously, because I'm a Chris Paul guy. But
right.
Herb had a couple plays where I was like, you know how you trying to sneak in and be like, that's how I felt watching Herb a couple times. I was like, go, son, go Chris Paul, go Herb. Like, he got a steal. I think it was on the Chris Paul D book, something happened, and he got a steal. He went down, went behind the back, and had a dunk on or a lay.
But yeah, I remember what you're
talking
about.
Like, back to Suns, man.
Yes, I want Herb to do good and nobody else.
Like, I love CJ. I think B.I.'s gonna be good in a couple years. But I was rooting for Herb, man. Like, if Herb dropped 30 and lock somebody besides Chris Paul and D book up, I would have been satisfied and been happy. But the point guy had to show himself, man. So shout out to Herb, though, like you said. Shout out to Bama boys been representing.
Real Bama boy, man. Lock some up, bro. It made me so proud. Like, it made me proud. Like, not just because he's from Alabama, but because he's from Alabama and he's a defensive player. Because, like, now it's like, oh, I feel seen. Like, ooh, real Bama boy, lock some up in the playoffs. He on Chris Paul giving them fits. Like, and you know, like we kind of been talking about, like, the more experienced team won. Pelicans ain't been to the playoffs. Like, none of them guys have played in the playoffs before, other than did Brandon Ingram? CJ, of course. And you know, CJ's their leader, but it's Steven. No, I'm gonna say Steven Adams. Valanciunas.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, none of them guys really been to the playoffs. You know, less experienced team. Jose Alvarado, young. Herb, young. B.I., young.
Yeah, they had like 3 rookies playing, and all of them did well.
Exactly. So, you know, the more experienced team won. But they made some noise, woke some people up. Who knows what would have happened if Zion Williamson would have been playing, whenever that may be. But, you know, they still did their thing, man. And it made me happy to see her. Let me just say that. So, but
yeah, man. Yeah.
But the next series, probably go to State, Denver. I don't think there's much interesting to say about that other than doggone Jordan Poole probably should have won Most Improved, the way he was hooping.
Let me tell you, man. So
go ahead.
I'm on social media right now, so I'm gonna have my rant here. We talked about Most Improved on the last episode, NBA Awards. If you missed it, go back and watch it. Pause this one, go back and watch that one, then come back and watch this, because you can hear my rant. There's no way Ja Morant as, I think, a number 2 pick. We talked about that. We talked about
all-star,
a guy. He was an all-star. How do you win Most Improved? How? We expect you to take leaps. Just because you took a bigger leap than we thought, oh, no, bro. Like, we expect him to take leaps. So you improved. Honestly, Most Improved might be the most disrespectful award, because what it is saying, oh, we didn't think you'd be that good. Here, that's all the award is. We expected Ja to be great. So for him to be great is good job. You did what we expected. Now, for you to be MVP caliber in your 3rd year, wow, we did not expect that. Congrats. But we've seen that, disrespect, but we've seen that before. What are you doing? Like, unless you just came out and won a championship this year, Finals MVP, and you averaged 40, there's no way I'm giving you anything close to Most Improved, bro. Like, no way. You would have to went from 16 to 40 and went from, like, no, bro. Like, there's no way he should have Most Improved, man. Like, Jordan Poole should have got it. His teammate, like he said, he gave it to Bane. Bane could have been up there. Like, there's no way Josh should have got that, man. Like, that just bothered me, bro. Like, there's no way you're a top 3 pick and we giving you Most Improved. Like, that's just no.
And he been hooping. Like, he been playing well. Granted, you know, he's arriving now because he's a star, but he's been his team's #1 option since he came in the league. This man Jordan Poole was was riding the bench, and then Clay get hurt and he slide into his role and he hooping. Yeah. And I just can't, man. I'm with you. Like, you can't take that away from guys. Like, somebody who wasn't even getting burned last year, for real. He coming in, getting like little spot minutes here and there. He just, you know, a little bench player, but like,
Mm-hmm.
You giving a guy that won Rookie of the Year, second overall pick, All-Star, most improved, and not the guy who went even starting last year. Like, I just can't get with that. And I respect the job for giving that award to Bane and all that. I think that's very real. That's solid for you to do that as a teammate. Like, because in his mind, he's thinking just like you. Like, he's supposed to be doing this. Like, he's supposed to be making jumps. He's a number one player on his team, number one option. He's their focal point, and he's supposed to be taking leaps. But Poole was not expected to even be a big factor for a team. Nobody was out here saying, hey, watch out for Jordan Poole next year. He's going to be hooping. Nobody was saying that.
Yep.
Like, this man came out the woodwork hooping and became basically the third Splash brother.
Yeah.
Because, man, like, he fit right into their system. Do what they do. Like, he hoop just like them. And being under Stephen Clay, he only going to get better. And Draymond, being around them and under their tutelage with their experience and knowledge of the game. And then with that Warrior system, he going to be a great player. But I just don't – I hate that that's been taken away from him. Like, because he's not going to win it next year. Like, unless he just become Klay Thompson reincarnated. Like, he's not winning it next year now because he's hooping right now in the playoffs and all. So next year he hooped the same way. It's not going to be looked at the same because it's like, oh, we expected you to be doing that.
Yep.
And so I just kind of hate that was taken away from him. But all props to him for hooping the way he is in the playoffs right now because he's playing his tail off. Like, he's scoring the ball with the best of them. He make the Warriors almost unstoppable. If he get it going, you got Steph and Clay still out there, and he get it going. You still got Draymond out there directing, getting these guys the ball, and then you got big like what's the big name? The five.
Shoot. Somebody Kevin Looney, yeah.
Yeah, Looney, who's more experienced than John, he gonna come in there, get you some hustle points, some dirty buckets. Like, I hate that for him. But we all respect Poole now, and the Warriors are looking great. They the Warriors might be back. I hate to say it. I know some people probably don't want it to be. Probably sick of seeing the Warriors, sick of seeing Steph, but you gotta give respect where it's due. They might be back.
If they get a big, I'm gonna throw this out there, and we can transition to this next team. This talks of some big man getting traded, and if they get this guy, it might be a wrap for the league, brother.
Might be a wrap.
If they get Rudy Gobert, Jazz trade him away, it's looking pretty ugly. Now, I will say this, which we can transition to the Jazz next, but the way that the Warriors play, I don't know how much Rudy Gobert will fit offensively because look at the bigs they've had recently: JaVale McGee, of course, Draymond, Looney. Who was there with JaVale McGee? It was another big. Can't remember who it was now, but it was another big athletic big who was shot blocking and rebounding that role. If they get another one of them guys that's a great defender, lob threat, shot blocker, all that. If they get one of them guys again, it might be a wrap. But offensively, Gobert doesn't fit because I don't know if he's a playmaker and willing to pass as much in the high post that they do a lot of action off of. Because I've seen it a lot more since the Warriors been doing it, but they always have a DHO with a big can slip the screen. It's not an option for Rudy Gobert. You're not doing that, bro. You better hand it off to whoever comes around. Like, because you see a lot of time they aim out the ball to Draymond. Draymond might come here with it for Poole, Clay, or Curry, but he'll slip that junk and go in and make the right read, or he'll drive in and lob it, and that's where that lob threat comes in. But you can trust the ball with JaVale to handle that enough. You can trust the ball with Looney to make the right read off of that. Like, I don't know if Gobert is mobile or not smart enough, but I don't know if Gobert can fit that. But then to getting him, that'd be a nice look, man. But
thanks.
Warriors talking real spicy if they get somebody like that.
But if you talking about trading him, they gonna have to give up Poole. Because the Warriors not giving no Steph, they're not giving no Clay. They too tied into the program to their organization. You know what I'm saying? Fans love them, everything. You can't get rid of them guys. Can't get rid of Draymond, same reason. You got to give up Poole. Young talent like that, defensive player of the year, like Rudy Gobert, a big defensive talent like him. You got to give up that guy. Like, you got to give him something.
Well, here's the thing. The Jazz are playing from behind a little bit, and the Warriors kind of have nothing to lose at this point because I don't need him. I would like to have him, but I can get another big. That's not the problem. Facts. I would like to have Gobert. So if you don't want to give me Gobert and I keep Poole, tough for you because now you have defensive player of the year and a superstar that still don't like each other. I don't care what they come out and say. There's no issue. There's an issue there. Like
definitely beef.
They're not cool. They're not just calling each other about the game. Yo, bro, we should have did this. No, bro. They don't like each other. I don't care what that last game where the jump was. They don't like each other, bro. They don't fit well. So
did you ever see that stat that came out that was like Donovan Mitchell averages 2 passes to Rudy Gobert per game, not assists, passes.
I was thinking about that, bro.
Donovan gives this man the ball twice a game, and Donovan got the ball in his hand
a lot.
Like
I heard that.
That's
I was like
crazy.
I was thinking about is it possible for you to ice out the next best player on your team? Like, is that possible, bro? Like, that's hard to do. Like, you do a lot of pick and rolls with him, a lot of lobs with him. Are you really that conscious to be like, I'm not passing you the ball? Like, I hoop a lot, bro. I used to hoop a lot. I don't hoop as much anymore. But for me to ice somebody out, you have to really be locked in to be like, I'm not passing you the ball. Like, you know the level of petty you have to try to win games, but ice out the next best player in your team. Like, that's tough to do, bro. Like, so,
man,
does he make a conscious decision sometimes? I think so. But 2 passes a game? That's wild.
And you know he looking at him like he open. You know he open at some point while you got the ball, while you driving, he open to dump off anything. And you know he looking at him like throwing up some over
this tough lay overpassing you easy loud.
Hey, you better get the board. And like I'm telling you, bro, I used to play with a guard. I ain't gonna say his name, but he know who he is. I used to play with a guard, point guard. And he used to like whenever I would say something that he didn't like, or like if I ever got on his nerves or something, got on the case by anything, he'd be like, "You keep talking, I'm not gonna pass you the ball." I used to be like, "You know, you gotta pass me the ball, right? Like you have to, like literally, not even on some bragging stuff, but I'm literally our second option. Like if you don't give me the ball, like we're not gonna be very good. Let's just say that." Mm-hmm. He was like, "You think I gotta give you the ball, bro? These other boys can give you the ball, but I'm running the offense. I can go opposite you. Like, I ain't got to go to your side. Like, I go to the other big side. Like, you ain't got to touch the ball. You get the rebound. Like, these other boys want to get you the ball. You feel me? That's cool. And you know you like to run out. Like, if you don't get the ball, you be running. I'm going to look you dead in your face, and I'm not going to throw it. And coach will be mad, but you going to know, and I'm going to know that I did it for this reason." And I was like, "You dead serious, ain't you?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I did it before. And I did it to guys, and they look back at me like, so you really ain't going to pay me the ball?" Like, "No, I'm not." He said, "I'm not playing. I done did this to guys. Like, I didn't look guys off. Like, yeah, you was open. I know." And he a good passer. Like, he made good decisions with the ball, all that. He a great passer. But, so you knew if you was open, he intentionally didn't give it to you at this point.
Yeah.
So, that happens. Like, he taught me something that day. I was like, dang, like, in a way, you really hold the power, don't it? Like, you run the offense, you go opposite of me, don't run plays for me. Like, that's crazy. And he was the best point guard on the team, so he was going to play. So it ain't like his coach is going to be like, "Oh, like, they ain't doing it right. Get him out." But he's not going to do that. So it was just funny. Like, I was like, boy, that's crazy. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, chill out. Don't do that.
But we're going to lose. I've never been on the NBA level, but I think it's hard to do at that level, bro. Like, is it to ice somebody out? Yes. But the next best player, bro, like, that's tough, man. Like, you got to think he's not an offensive threat like that. You know, you got to think about, like, he kind of got to get the ball in his spots. It ain't like he getting the ball on the block, like, hey, post up, go to work. You know what I'm saying? But still, he kind of getting it. Donovan Mitchell don't have a jump like that. He drives in a lot. He's going to suck in that big to have a lob threat or to drop it off to him. Like, so now I really want to get into it, like, watch some film when he drives into the rim when he's there, because I just want to see, like, the level of petty you would have to be to
somebody make a YouTube compilation of Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert look-offs.
Please do. I want to see this for myself. Make it this year. This year of Donovan Mitchell icing Rudy Gobert. I want to see that junk because if it's true, I'll be laughing my butt off the whole time because that is pettiness to the 10th degree that I will enjoy.
You gonna see Donovan go to the goal and Rudy gonna be right here. Gonna be like, hey.
You know,
take a pause the video.
They slow down.
Video gonna be just like this. Bro gonna be wide open. He gonna lay that jaw over 3 people.
You gonna see him get a meme with Kobe Body with his face on there, bro. He getting triple team or something like Donovan Mitchell when Rudy Gobert in the game. Got a face right here, got a face right. I mean, hand right here, hand right here, hand right here. All you see is this.
I'm telling you, bro, that gonna be so funny with guys just when he really looking dudes off like over the top, like boy. Me and my coach discussing this the other day too. I said, Coach, I feel for Rudy because there was a point in time guys was looking me off like, hey, I don't know if Nelson gonna catch the ball. I don't know if I get to him. Is he gonna finish? I like me over Nelson. Not giving me the drop-offs, not giving me the lob over the top, stuff like that. You feel me? And part of me understands because I wasn't as good an offensive threat as I am now, or as big an offensive threat. But, like, still, as the player, that hurt because it'd be like, dang, you don't like me right around the rim? Like, on the dump-off? Like, you don't like me on the dump-off. Like, I can dunk. Like, I can't dance, side step, pull up 3. But I can dunk the ball. So you ain't gonna hit me on the drop off. You don't like the backside oop when the man help up, like nothing. So I used to be telling my coach, these boys, like, they ain't looking for your boy. Like, what's up? Is it beef? Like something up. But nah, they just wasn't feeling it. Like that just wasn't the type of player they was. They wasn't really looking for me like that. But I still fool them. Like, you know, I had no bad blood with them guys, but I felt some type of way about that. So if Rudy Gobert, defensive player of the year, all-star, like big-time talent, Rudy Gobert, is only getting 2 looks a game from his best player, I know he out there like, this some BS. Like, he probably didn't talk to the coach. He probably talked to management, GM, like, hey, tell your boy to pad the ball. Like, I know, because ain't no way. If I'm mad and I'm out here averaging 4 points a game at the time, I know he's sick. Like, hey, I know y'all see the film. Like, that man ain't passing the ball. Like, he looking me off. He ain't hit me with the drop-offs, the alley-oops. Like, he got hit me in my spots. Mm-hmm. Like, I know he hot. Like, ain't no way he just letting it slide. It's beef. It's beef. You can't tell me it ain't.
Yeah.
Like, and Donovan probably going to management. Donovan probably going to management like, yeah, tell your boy to get out the rim. Like, he ain't a bucket.
Yeah, that's I'm not one for messy stuff, but it's just unavoidable, bro. Like it's too obvious. They don't like each other, man. Like I done heard too many little stories that come out, and it's like every story that I've heard that's come out sounds very believable to where I usually hear some messy stuff where it's beef with certain players, and it's like that don't sound too clear. That don't sound like it's right. No, bro. Every single story I've heard about them two has sound very accurate, like it could be 100% true. Like started with the whole COVID situation, and he messed with the team with that, and arguably the league. Because remember, we talked about that on the episode where it felt like from that moment is when the world shut down because of the virus. Like, at least from my perspective,
it did feel that way. It was like that man touching the microphones and junk, and the next day the world.
March 15th,
like Rudy.
March 15th, you see him touching the mics and everything. March 16th, we're shutting everything down. The world is shut down. America, stay home.
Don't go outside.
Do not go outside. The NBA is locked down until further notice. After that, bro, March 16th, whatever the date was, like the NBA and the world was never the same, bro. So it's like, really, Rudy, really.
You ruined the world.
Thank you, sir. You ruined America. Thank you, man. Like,
and then you remember that video where he like grabbed Donovan Mitchell's face and stuff.
Oh,
Like there was a video where he was like doing this with Rudy. And then the Donovan. And Donovan got COVID like a week later.
Oh,
and they said they said there was real beef between them behind that. And I can't lie, it would have been beef for me too. I'm like, bro, why you playing so much? I can't lie, I'd be hot. Why you playing so much, bro? Like you sick.
Yeah, I don't like people touching me one way, period. Like this, period. You touching my face is a whole nother thing. And then it's you. Like we already kind of don't like each other, and it's you. And you got COVID. You added COVID to, bro. We probably, bro. Look,
go on, get up, bro. Go on, get up, bro. I'm sick of you.
Hey, you didn't think about the other episode?
I'm telling you, boy. Oh, you boy. Hey, tell Rudy I said come outside. Donovan is already out there, hands up. Like I told you about playing somewhere, Rudy. I already don't fool with you.
What you say about Westbrook? What you say about Jordan?
Them Dukes going up, boy.
Hey, man.
I heard what you said on the podcast. Oh my God, y'all! If you hadn't seen the episode about defense that came out last week, please go check it out, y'all. So y'all can understand why we so weak right now.
This
go
is
check out.
If y'all ain't seen that episode, once again, pause this, go back to that episode, and then come back here. You'll see why we so weak. But that jump was hilarious, man. But oh man, that's Donovan Mitchell, bro. He like, what you say about defense, cuz? You said I don't play defense. You said Debo play defense. All right, put them up, bro. Like I really feel like if you put both of them two with no cameras and like nobody knew the after effect, they throw hands. Like I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I don't care how much of a peaceful French man they supposed to be. Donovan Mitchell seemed like a real cool guy, real chill. They would probably throw hands, bro. Like I feel like it's real. I think it's that level of beef where it's like, you got one more time, bro. You got one more, and then you know how somebody get calm and it's like when your mama fussing at you, like, do it again. And you be like, you ain't saying nothing, bro. You just like,
why I'm no more.
You perfect angel after that. And I just feel like Donovan at that, or one of them at that point with each other was like, you let somebody slip by you one more time, Donovan. It's me and you in the locker room. And Donovan should be like, you made me catch COVID one more time.
He probably ain't let it go to this day. Hey, man,
I wouldn't either, bro.
Man. Hey, man, play some defense. Hey, man, stop being sick. And pass your sickness on other people.
I mean, to pass you the ball, stop passing your sickness, bro. Like,
probably sick right now. Get out my face.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Oh,
all right.
God.
We didn't got way off track, but I wanted to ask you, man, do you have anybody that stands out to you from the first round that just like shine out, or like one storyline or one play that was just like either like for me it's probably that Chris Paul, the last game from Chris Paul, where it's just like you did your thing, bro. Like, so is there anybody for you that was just like, yo, you showed me something, bro? Like, anybody for you, good or bad?
I'm glad you said that because I do plan on taking this the other way. Somebody did in this first round. They didn't show me something. Let me say that, and that was none other than Ben Simmons. Probably no. I know you really ain't expect me to go this route, but I see.
I forgot, but I'm glad you brought him up.
I ain't forgetting nothing. Let me tell you, boy. One thing about me, dog, is I love the game. All right. I love the game. And Steven Jackson said it best. Some guys love the game, and some guys love what it do for them. And Ben Simmons strikes me as a guy that love what the game do for him. I don't think he care to play basketball for real. I think he like basketball. You know, I ain't saying he don't like it. I ain't saying really he probably do love it to an extent. but he don't love the game like some other guys, like a KD love the game, like a LeBron, like how guys put the work in. Like, hey, I'm trying to be the best I can be every night. I want to be the best version of myself. I think Ben just out there like, man, you feel me? Come here, do my job, you know, go home, talk to one of the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dress fly, sit on the bench. I ain't got to play. What I'm playing for? What I'm playing for? I'm still getting paid. Like, feel me? My back hurt. Sue me. I really feel like that's the attitude he got. Like, bro, my back hurt. What's going on? I really like, bro. And I used to like Ben. When Ben was in Philly, I was like, man, Ben good. I know he can't shoot, but Ben good. He do good stuff. I played with him on 2K a lot. I regret them days now. Like, I'll be like, dang, Ben, you showing out. Ben, you showing out, bro. What you doing? But for real, he just be like, man, the fact that he just not trying to play, and he was like the Nets. I feel like he like part. Now, in his defense, part of me feel like he never was planning to play for real, at least not in the first round or something like that. Maybe if they would have been an extended series, but I think the Nets was trying to get him to play. Like they probably put it out there, like the Nets expecting him to play game 4. Nets expecting him to play game 5 if he could just push to 5. Like I feel like the Nets was trying to get him to play, and he just was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." But for him to sit out an entire year because he didn't want to play in Philly, he ain't playing Philly at all after that last playoff series. After he fell apart against the Hawks, he was like, "Oh no, I gotta go. Like I can't play here. This and this and this, whatever." Shut down on Philly. Don't play. Refuses to play. Wants to be traded. Gets traded right at the deadline for James Harden. Goes to the Nets. Now all of a sudden we finding out this man back hurt. How your back hurt if you ain't playing no games? Like what we talking about? Like your back hurt? He ain't say he tweaked his ankle. Like I ain't trying to say he fake. I ain't trying to say that at all. But he ain't tweak an ankle, something like that. That like could have been a basketball workout related injury. Bro, my back hurt. Then he came out talking about some stuff about mental health. Like, so which is it? Like, your mental health making your back hurt? Like what we talking about? Now your team in the playoffs struggling because guess what? They can't play no doggone defense. And here you is, first team all defense. Last year was just in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. And you ain't going to play because your back hurt. Or so you say. So now I'm just looking at him like, man. And he out here dressed all. He dressed like he fresh to death. He ain't wearing no Brooklyn Nets gear. He out here like Amiri's on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like fit like crazy. And I ain't saying he can't wear no clothes, but it just make it look even worse. He on the bench with shades on, the junk is inside. Like it's just blowing me. I'll be like, Ben, play the game, bro. Like, do you love basketball? Play. Like, they need you. They need help. They're getting swept. And then he was like, oh, I'm not playing the game 4. I would have had so much more respect for him if he played game 4, even if they lost. I would have gained so much more respect. But for him to be like, no, I'm not playing. I'm not ready to play. I don't know. I'm just looking at him like, I would just would have respected him more. Because I know he wasn't going to go out there and ball out. He ain't played in a year. And he's going to jump into a playoff game against the #1 defense in the league, the Boston Celtics. Of course, he wasn't going to be like great. It was going to be tough. But he would have changed the series. He would have changed something in a way. He would have been a different piece for them to account for. So I lost a lot of respect for Ben Simmons. And that was one of my little takeaways from the first round. So what about you, brother?
Yeah. Like I'm same as you, bro. Like I was one of the few people defending Ben Simmons. Like, yeah, he can't shoot, but he dang near 9 or 8 ranking of everything else you want from him, bro. This man is 6'10", 6'11", physical and strong as all get out. He can get to the goal when he want to. A1 defense. Very smart player. He just can't shoot. I'll take that.
I promise you I'll take it.
You talking about locking in? Like, he's one of the few people I can legit say 1 through 5, go play defense on him. Like, from Joel Embiid, Joker, Cat, Anthony Davis, down to a Chris Paul, Kyrie, Steph. Like, he's one of the very few people that I can be like, swap whoever you want to. I could care less, bro. I'll put somebody else out there with you, but you just do your thing. Like that's one of the I'm talking about very select few, 1 through 5. I'm just like, do your thing. Cause he's girth, like he's not just like he does not just 6'10", but he has like the weight to him and the physicality to be like, I can bang with you, Joel. Now will you score on me? Yeah, because offense gonna trump defense, but like he ain't no lightweight out there trying to guard up down there. Like he's a full 6'10", 6'11". So he can stand up to 1 through 5. Like bro, when I saw that for real, he had the feet work and quick feet to like guards, like legit guards. I was like, yo, you different, bro. Like I've never seen that to be 6'10", 6'11" and stay in front of a Kyrie Irving, a Chris Paul, like regularly. Now I'm talking about not just to play, because a big can do that. I'm talking about regularly, like switched on, okay, cool. Or you're my matchup, okay, cool. But for you to give me nothing at all when we getting knocked out, as the hooper means like, yo, you got to give me something, bro. Like 5 minutes of spurt just to see where you at, bro. But the hooper in me was just like, nah, bro, like that. Like you said, I lost a little respect from him, lost a little love from him. But the other side of me, like you said, I don't know what the actual truth is. And I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to talk too heavy on it because it might be mental health. I'm not sure. When somebody throws it out there, I'm sensitive to be like, I don't know, because that's one thing I don't want to play around about. So I'm not going to sit here and say anything about that. The back issue is a big question mark. Because I remember, I know Gilbert Arenas said this. I think Shaq said this on the show, but it was like the NBA players, Paul Pierce said this before too, but NBA players know it's about 3 good injuries you can call out there to be like, I can't play because I got this injury. And they can't check it. They can't be like ankle. You can be like, oh, my ankle sore. They look at you, ain't nothing wrong with your ankle, bro. Go play. Oh, my shoulder. It's a little, man, ain't nothing wrong. Go hoop. But the back is one of them things that you say it hurt. You can't tell you it don't hurt. It's like 2 or 3 injuries that players try to, crutch to be like, I ain't feeling too good with my back, man. I don't know if I can do it. The team can't say nothing. The doctor can't say nothing because it's really up to you. And so it was funny. It was kind of cool when he first pulled it out in Philly because that was his excuse to get out. Okay, cool. We got you. All right. But now you're out of Philly. So now what? You feel me? So it was frustrating to kind of see that. And I'm not even a Brooklyn fan. I'm not that big of a Ben Simmons fan to be like, come play. But like the hooper in you, like, man, let me try. Let me do something, bro. Like I remember he was in practice. He said he went to the meeting. He was like, hey, watch this. He walked over and dunked. And that was it. I'm like, oh, okay. Like
that won't be impressive, my boy.
Because I thought I was tripping at first. I saw the video and I was like, I forgot who posted it. I think it might have been Woj, somebody, or Shams. It was like, Ben Simmons came over here, told us to watch this. So I recorded this. He walked over to the goal, dunked, looked at them, and then walked back. I'm like, I watched it in like 3 or 4 times, bro. I'm like,
is there something in the background?
I promise, bro. I'm like,
boy, squinting like, is it something he jumped over something? Is it a box?
I was now we make it ready again. Now I looked in the comments. I was on Twitter. I was like, I'm like, bro, I cannot figure out what I'm supposed to be watching here, bro. Like, he dunked the basketball. Congratulations. Like, bro, I'm not even saying it to be funny. I legit cannot figure out what I'm supposed to be impressed by. Like, I'm not.
I could have did that, man.
Bro. Like,
not even a cool dunk. Ain't windmill ain't between the legs. It's
just a regular, like, not even a full effort. Like, just like when them Shaq dunks. It's just regular, like, just okay.
What that would have been funny. There was somebody in the background like,
but they just added to the confusion of like, is he okay? Like,
is he okay?
Does he want attention or something? Like, I really couldn't figure out what he wanted, bro. Like, so that was just a shock for me, man. Just to not see him give any effort or like to try it all, because Blake Griffin went out there, gas as he was, and gave something. That man was dying on the court, bro. Like, he was holding his shoulders messed up. Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't holding his chest how hard he was breathing out there. Like, somebody get him some air, get him some inhaler or something, because that man finna down the court. Like Blake Griffin really gave it all he had. And Ben Simmons, being as dynamic as he is, could have helped him out defensively. Like, he could have played 3-minute spurts and been addition. Like, once again, him at the 1 or even a 2. You throw Kyrie out there with him because he ain't gotta handle the ball now. Okay, cool. When I look offense, we ain't looking for you at all. So that's irrelevant. We don't care about that. I mean, he could have helped, but let's think before we saw them not beat themselves. You got KD and Kyrie out there, those Steph Curry out there, Dragic and Patty Mills, right? So instead of Bruce Brown being out there, let's throw you out there to take his role. That's a pretty dope team. That's a competitor. That's a competitive team, right?
Sure, right.
It's pretty decent.
You can take some pressure off KD, handle the ball, facilitate. You got Kyrie, KD, Patty Mills, Seth. Everybody can shoot. And then now you can take the best scorer.
So offense, when you're looking at you to be nothing crazy, you see the right wide open player, pass it to him. Okay, cool. We ain't looking for you in offense. Defense, give a couple minutes on Jason Tatum, couple minutes on Jaylen Brown. Get a feel for where you at. That's all we're looking for. Now, if you feel good, play a little bit more. You feel bad? All right, sit. But we'll see. Like, at least see. That's the minimum. Like, just give me something. And I forgot who said it. It was either Kenny or Chuck. They was on opposite sides of it. And they was like, you got to do something, bro. Like what we were saying. Like, you got to give us something. But then the other half of it, I think Kenny was against it. He was like, well, he already dealing with mental health. So it's like, do you really want to throw the pressure on him down 0-2, down 0-3, and expect him to be like the savior of, because that's on people gonna paint it as him being the savior of the series. And he hasn't played. The last time we saw Ben Simmons play was when he passed the wide open layup against the Hawks. So he's fighting that battle. That's not a good look, bro. So
that's still like, that's the post last memory of being like, literally. Their last memory of him playing basketball is like Trae Young in the way. That's supposed to last memory of him playing basketball. And that's just sad. It's sad to say the least.
Yeah, so I just, I'm a big mental health advocate. I'm fighting that fight. I'm on that side. So I try to be sensitive when it comes to that, bro. But you out of Philly. You're not under Doc Rivers. You're not with Joel Embiid. So I don't know, man. Like, honestly, like, I really don't know. And he gonna have to show his butt off next year, man. He gonna have to, because not to say we look for him to be the savior, but we ain't look for Blake Griffin to be the savior at all either.
At all.
He gave us something.
He gave him something, and that was enough. They like, hey, Blake, you helped. You did something. And I feel like Kenny definitely has a point. He definitely has a point. But at the same time, it's like, man, you're down 3-0. You're not gonna save the lead. You're not gonna save the day. If I'm him, I'm like, sure, we down 3-0. I might well go out here and play, give my part. There's 2 ways you can look at if you being. If you healthy enough to play, that is. There's 2 ways you can look at it. Like I say, A, we down 3-0. There's no point in playing. Mm-hmm. And then not play. Or 2, you can look at it and be like, man, I said I was going to play game 4. I know we down 3-0, but I'm going to be a man of my word. I'm going to play. That's if he said that. You know how the media is. I don't 100% know if he said that. But if you came out your own mouth was like, yeah, I think I'm going to play game 4. Don't look at it and be like, oh, we down 3-0 and change your mind. Be like, man, well, I said I'm going to play game 4. Shoot, I'm going to go out here and take this L with D, boy. I'm going to go down swinging. Like, that's the positive way to look at it. Like, shoot, I'm going to go down with D, boy. I'm going to ride it out. You know what I'm saying? Be real. Be solid with them. Like, they ain't expecting you to come in and be like, oh, being back, we finna come back. They not looking at it like that.
Like, you ain't
KD, not looking like, come on. Now, I can see if it was like Steph, Clay, KD, when KD got hurt and came back against the Raptors and then got hurt again. Now, KD came back, they was like, all right, we good.
Yeah.
Ben come back 3-0. It's like, hey, Ben, you feel me? Give us some, we're going to try to make some shape. We win this game, who knows? Maybe we go on the road. Mm-hmm. But them boys ain't looking at you like, hey, Ben, come on, bro. If you come back, we finna win 4 straight.
Yep.
Who is Ben? Ben ain't doing that. Like, Ben ain't averaging 30 and 10. So, Kenny has a point, but at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. You're not the savior. I don't think people looking at you as the savior. Maybe the people on Twitter is, and I feel like that's your problem. You looking at Twitter too doggone much. But like, you should know, you and the guys in the locker room and your coaches should know, like, hey, man, come in here and give us some. We need you to play some defense, facilitate a little bit. Nothing too crazy. We know you ain't played in a year. Like, we know you're going to be tired. We know you're going to take a second to get your feet up under you. All that. But you feel me? You come in here, play some solid defense, give us some good minutes. It might be big for us. And so that's really the bottom line. Now, do you want to do that? Do you want to go out there and do that? Yes or no? Like, to be real. So we got his answer. And that is my final takeaway of the first round. So is there anything else you wanted to
add? The point guard is back.
The real is back. The bill is back.
Celtics looking nice off of that first round win. We're not speaking about the second round. We're just talking about the first round. Yeah, man. That's pretty much it, man. I'm excited to see these new matchups and see how these series go, man. Honestly, I feel like our series is going to be a tough matchup. With your boy being out, Chris Middleton, that makes an impact in seeing what happens next. I felt like y'all probably were going to win it just because Giannis is a beast, but that gave us an advantage. And I kind of wish you would have played because I don't want to hear no excuses being like, oh, we had Chris Middleton. Nah, nigga, y'all had who y'all had, and we punched y'all in the mouth and we handled it. So I wish I don't like that stuff when people make excuses and be like, oh, if we had Chris Middleton. No, bro, I don't want to hear that. So regardless of what happens, y'all got to handle business. So that's just one thing I wish wasn't there because, you know, this is how I feel, man. As a competitor, I don't want to add no excuses or no cushion and be like, well, you know, nah, bro. I want everybody healthy. We want everybody healthy, so we got the best against the best. So it's going to be a good series, man. I'm interested to see what happens, man. So Celtics in 5.
Boy, I tell you, boy. It's all right, man. We'll get into that in the second round episode. Yeah. But somebody gonna clip that. Clip it. Clip it. But nah. Ben needs to play. I ain't seen him play in a year. KD needs you to shake back. I feel like you still got a lot left in the tank. Same for Kyrie. And Greek Freak still the best player in the world. Glad y'all know it now. It's solidified, stamped. Best player in the world. Your league, boy.
Don't it feel a little weird with LeBron not being in there? Like a little bit?
Oh, talking about the playoffs? Yes. I got to admit. The playoffs without LeBron feels weird. Got to admit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what time do LeBron play? Dang, he ain't playing no more. We playing basketball without LeBron James. But I guess that's going to be life for us in like 2-3 more years tops. So
I think the year after his son playing the league, we probably get we done with LeBron. So
yeah, I definitely see that. But yeah, I don't want to think about it like you're saying. But if that's all, man, this has been it for another episode of the BeBall Jones podcast. We appreciate y'all for listening. Let y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know. Hey, drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think about our about the first round and some of the things we said. Do you think we hating on Karl Anthony Towns? Do you think we love Chris Paul too much? But let us know what y'all think. Give us y'all opinions and all that. But be sure to follow Brian on all social medias at BeBall Jones. That's BeBall Jones on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and on TikTok. Go like some of his TikToks now that he got up there, and with his training stuff going on. Be sure to follow me on all social media at NellyH34 on Twitter, at Nelson.Haskin on IG, and just Nelson Haskin on Facebook if you want to get up with me. And last but not least, follow the podcast on TikTok, the podcast TikTok page at BeBall Jones Podcast. We got a lot of good videos up there, a lot of good content for you guys. Be sure to go follow that and like it up. And we appreciate y'all doing that, man. We hope y'all enjoyed it. This has been another episode of the BeBall Jones Podcast. And without further ado, man, we out.